All right, so one of the most important things I want you to start to become aware of throughout your day is how you are sitting. The majority of people in our society these days are spending hours upon hours sitting at a desk for the majority of their day. And the reality is there is no perfect way to sit because it puts your spine in an awkward position, and the research shows that sitting for longer than only 20 minutes turns off the little stabilizing muscles around your spine, so your spine starts to shift into a funky position that adds compression, leads to degeneration and pain and tension over time. So I want to go over some strategies that you can do to at least help yourself out, some things to think about if the reality is that you have to sit throughout your day. And so the majority of people do not sit like this. Everybody I know and see eventually falls into a position like this, where their butt is forward in their seat, their back is back in the back of the seat, and their head falls forward. When your butt is forward from the edge, from the back of the seat, it puts your spine in an opposite curve that it should normally have. When that curve changes, it's going to change the top of the curve of your spine as well, so your head is going to fall forward this way. If we're on any sort of device in front of us, if we're on a laptop here or a laptop on our lap, we all tend to gravitate towards our device, and so our head goes forward from our shoulders. It puts an opposite curve in our neck. It's going to tension all those muscles that go down into your shoulders all the way down to your back. It's going to tighten the muscles on the front side of your neck and into your chest. And so what I recommend you do at the very least is sit directly upright. You can sit back here, but even just this, most people don't engage their core in a way that really stabilizes them. They all still kind of fall into a slouch posture. So something that you could do to really help yourself out is scoot your butt to the very front of the seat and try to make it so your feet are tucked underneath the chair. When your knees are lower than your hips, it's going to put a nice curve back into your lower back, and you're going to be able to have more of an upright posture. What you notice in this position here is this desk is definitely way too high for me. So what I would recommend doing is finding a chair position or lowering your desk or finding a stool to where you ideally would be, again, knees lower than your hip, and then your arm angle at a 90 degrees, you can rest your elbows directly on top of some type of surface like this. When your arms are resting on a table, it's going to take the weight off of your neck, from the whole weight of your arm from pulling down on your shoulders. So this is going to be a position that's going to be much more comfortable for me to be working on throughout the entire day. Yes, you could still kind of slouch back in this position, but it's much more difficult. So I recommend being on a stool or on a mobility ball, or at least in the very front of your chair. Find a position where your hips are higher than your knees. It puts a curve back into your low back. You're in this upright position, and then your arms are rested on something. The next thing I would think about is where your computer monitor is. So if I'm working on a laptop down here, I'm going to have to look at it this way. And again, that's putting the whole weight of my head to be hanging on the top part of my back. So if you could raise it up to a position that's level with your eyes, you're going to be able to keep more of this upright position rather than being down like this. So if you have a laptop, maybe you get a wireless mouse, a wireless keyboard, you put some things underneath your computer so that you can raise it up. Or if you have a desk that can raise and lower your desk to a position where it's more at eye level. And then the next big thing I want you to think about is how you're breathing. If you start to notice yourself being uncomfortable while you're sitting, that is a signal that your body is giving your brain to tell you should probably make a change. And so listen to your body. You're like, oh man, my neck is getting really stiff. I should probably do a lot of the different mobility exercises, range of motion and stretching, or strengthening exercises that are in this program while you're at work. Or at the very least, get up, go get some water, go to the bathroom, reset all those muscles before you then sit down throughout your day. So these are just some simple variations. You can do a whole host of different things if you're working from home or if you have a stand-up desk, but those are the big keys I want you to think about as you are working. And if you start to get discomfort while you're sitting at work or sitting at home, start to listen to your body. Say, hey, my body does not like whatever position I'm in right now, and you get to choose if you want to listen to it or not. But hopefully by listening to this video, to listening to all the things in this program, you make the conscious choice to making a change that you want to see within your life.